Okay, just picture this for a second. You get a phone call and you see it's from your spouse's number. So you answer, and what you hear is their voice, totally frantic, terrified, saying your child is in the emergency room and you've got to send thousands of dollars right now. Your heart just plummets, right? Every single instinct is screaming at you to act. But what if those very instincts are being turned against you? This isn't some far off fear anymore. It's a real and growing threat, all thanks to AI. So let's break down exactly how this works and, way more importantly, how you can protect your own family.
And this isn't just a hypothetical. This is a real quote from a real situation. The call actually came from his wife's phone number, and the voice was, without a doubt, hers. Panicked, describing their son's accident, the urgent need for money. It feels so terrifyingly real because it's specifically designed to.
Just take a second and really think about it. In that moment of pure panic, with a voice that sounds exactly like your loved one on the other end of the line, what's your next move? See, the scammers, they're literally banking on your fear, short-circuiting all your rational thought.
And this is where the whole script just flips. Instead of frantically wiring money, the response was calm, cool, and completely unexpected. Tell me our passphrase. The voice on the phone went from panicked to confused and then to angry. The defense worked. Just one simple phrase sliced right through a really sophisticated digital attack.
So, how is any of this even possible? I mean, how can a scammer perfectly copy someone's voice and call from their actual number? Well, this isn't science fiction anymore, folks. It's a combination of two very real technologies that are basically designed to create the ultimate deception. So the scam really works on two different levels. First, there's the illusion, a phone number you trust and a voice you know. But then there's the reality, a spoofed number, which is shockingly easy to fake, by the way, and an AI-generated voice clone, a deepfake. And that's the part that is really chilling. The scammers don't need hours of your audio. All it takes is a few seconds from a social media video, a clip from a voicemail, anything they can find online. That's all an AI needs to learn and then replicate a person's voice with terrifying accuracy, which means, pretty much anyone can be a target. Now, facing a threat that's this convincing, it can feel pretty overwhelming. But the solution is, believe it or not, surprisingly simple, and it's incredibly effective. It's not about buying some new software or gadget. It's about creating a simple, old-school analog system with the people you care about the most. This whole protocol really just boils down to three core steps. First, you create a trigger phrase or a question. Second, you create a matching passphrase response. And third, and this is so important, you practice it offline so that everyone knows exactly what to do when emotions are running high. So why this whole two-part system? You might be thinking, why not just ask, what's the password? Well, if you do that, you're tipping your hand to the scammer. A proper trigger is a statement that seems totally random, it means nothing to an outsider, but for your loved one, it prompts a very specific, pre-arranged response. And here's a fantastic example from the source material that just nails the concept. The trigger phrase is, I'm eating banana cream pie. The correct response isn't yum or sounds good, it's purple velvet pillows. It makes absolutely no logical sense. An AI, or a scammer, has no way to guess that completely illogical, prearranged connection. Now, when you're creating this, you've got to go analog. Step away from your phones, your smart speakers, anything at all that could be listening in. The whole point is to keep this information completely out of the digital world. Make it fun, make it silly, something that'll stick in your memory. And whatever you do, do not write it down. Okay, so the passphrase is like your emergency brake. It's crucial. But being truly prepared means making a bigger shift in your mindset. It's about developing something called cognitive security. Basically, a new set of mental habits for getting through a world that's increasingly full of digital fakes. And there are two other habits that are absolutely essential here. First, adopt a healthy dose of skepticism. Just assume that new images and videos you see online are probably fake until you can prove otherwise. And second, don't just rely on one way to communicate. Have a backup plan, maybe an encrypted app, to reach your family and double-check things if something feels off. Our source actually flags a specific year, 2026. Now, that's not some random date. It's a very clear signal that these skills aren't for some far-off, distant future. No, this is the reality we are heading into right now, and the need for these defenses is becoming absolutely critical. So, here's the bottom line, the real takeaway from all of this. We need to start thinking of cognitive security as a fundamental life skill,
Seriously, just like looking both ways before you cross the street. It's all about training your brain to pause, to question, and to verify before you act, especially when you feel panicked or pressured. Look, this is more than just some interesting idea to think about. It is a conversation that every single family needs to have, because the most effective tool, the single most effective tool against these scams, is being prepared ahead of time. So the question I'm going to leave you with is this: is your family prepared?